Hey yo, this is your boy Young Ho, back with another video. There is so much that I want to talk about, dog. I haven't been posting. I've been in a life of sin. What I mean is that I have not been sticking to my word and doing what I'm supposed to do by posting the video at least 3 times a week. But the week is not over. Yeah, it's Friday. Friday night falling into Saturday morning. And I'm downtown Houston right now. I believe this is like a museum. I'm in the museum district. There's all a museum here. So um I'm walking down. I had to get away from downtown because downtown is crazy. You got women out there who if you just so much as just look at them, they'll run away from you. They will, because they feel like every guy is after them and everybody want them, everybody trying to holler at them. They so full of shit. They so full of shit. Even if it's a guy that they know that could be a potential match. I'm sorry about it getting darker. You know, there ain't that much light, ain't no light down here. It's lights, but it ain't like that. But it's a bunch of cars coming from downtown, partying, wasting money. But for the most part, you know, some people, they just living it up. You know, they probably conquered some goals and they made a profit off of it and they celebrating. Me, I'd rather play later. I'd rather do the hard work, play later, and just go hard. But yeah, for what I wanted to say, man, I have heard so many things between D'Angelo dying. Rest in peace to D'Angelo. You know, I grew up with the brown sugar. And how does it feel? I never look at the video, but I mean, I looked at the video one time and that was enough for me. That was just straight up porn, soft porn. And I had to be like, yo, I'm just good just hearing the track. Put that on for the ladies. When we pop bottles and stuff with Grey Goose and cranberry. And I don't know, I had a good time. And yo, R&B at that time, it was at its peak. I mean, we had Drew Hill, we had Backstreet. I ain't listening to Immature. Women went crazy off of Immature. But then we had Brandy, we had Monica, we had Mary J. Blige. Shit, the list go on and on. And then Mario came, then Danielle Jones. Oh yeah, by the way, my aunt stole my Danielle Jones album. That Danielle Jones album, you listen to it from front to back. That was his key album. Left Eye put him on the map with Say What, Say What. And then you had Drew Hill. Drew Hill, they was a good group, but they always had their problems. They always had beef with each other, with Nico and all them. Then they ain't want Cisco to be the leader of the group. In my opinion, the big man, forget his name. I think his name is Jazz. He the one who got the best voice. He do. It's deep. It's that deep, smooth voice that you don't ever see or get in R&B in today. Then you had Genuine. I can't name them all because everything that I just named, I was a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Then we had Day 26. Puffy put Day 26 on the map. And then you had Legally Blind or something like that. Blind. That was my favorite song on that album. I used to try to get the vocals right, me singing solo on my own, but they were good together and they just fell apart. It was another Drew Hill in the making, and they just couldn't get their shit together. Then you had Dirty Money, Dawn, and all them. But anyway, what I was going to say, and excuse me for the crookedness. I'm trying to get this book bag off my shoulder, bro. Like this shit, heavy. I've been lugging it around all fucking day. I need to sit my ass down. But yo, I'll be out here. I ain't ashamed. Look, the way that I live my life, I look at like life as a vapor, right? So, and I looked at it like, and I really started thinking like, 50 years from now, nigga, ain't none of us gonna be alive. 50 years to 100 years now, none of us are gonna be alive. That apartment or that house that you living in, they're gonna have to auction. They're gonna have to give it away. They're gonna do renovations and move somebody else in there in your place. So, me giving a flying fuck of what somebody else think when there's billions of people in the world, you see me once, you may never even see me again. And I may never even say to you, I may by luck and by a slight chance, and I mean slight, a slight chance, bump into you and be like, yo, hey man, what you doing here? But those are the only people that I get along with. The other people, we just passing through time, yo. Like, you know, we did what we were supposed to do at that moment, and then we move on. So when I'm out here like this and I'm on my grind and I'm doing what I gotta do, sometimes I worry. Yeah, I worry about how people somewhat perceive me because I want to be liked and all that silly shit. But at a glance, I start to think, and I be like, you know what? That person ain't gonna never see me again. Then I pass a beautiful chick. And I be like, damn, man, like, why she gotta see me like this? And I get a little embarrassed because I'm thinking to myself in my head, she probably see me before. But then I get the weird ones. The weird women that feel like everybody's gonna harm. And with me, I'm 6'4". Okay, so I'm very tall, and if you don't know me and my mouth is shut, I'll be like, with a serious face on, trying to look cute at the same time, like, they get intimidated. Guys do too. They move away. They're like, nah, I don't want no parts in him. And look, I'm harmless. I don't harm nobody. I don't fight. I don't like fighting. I don't like violence. I don't like, one of my co-workers, she went and told her husband, I can't tell you I can't disclose on who it was, but one of my co-workers, she told her husband that I was going to kill her. I said, because she wasn't listening, she like a woman, they just start raging and they ain't really listening to what you're saying to them. So what I told her, I said, the things that I survived and that I went through would have killed you. I didn't tell her that I will kill her. But that's the lesson for me, because you got to really be careful, especially the idiots out there, the ones that don't comprehend well. Like, nothing against Spanish. I love Spanish people, all right? So don't get salty when I say this. You know you got a bunch of relatives that their first language is Spanish and it's not English. So the sayings that we say in English, it hit different in Spanish, all right? I don't know what all those words are, but it's just certain things that you say and they can blow it out of context. It was like, oh, I not like if you call them, man, you crazy. I'm not loco, you loco. They take that as disrespect. You know, most people, if they ain't in their right mind. But see, the English language or how we do, how our culture is and how we carry ourselves in America, even with our wordplay and our slang terminology, it's just different. The Spanish people don't even have nearly as many as the slang terminologies that we have as Americans. They don't have it. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking in the camera. I'm looking at other stuff. But I'm trying to get my train of thoughts out, all right? So just give me a minute. Bear with me. And another thing that I've learned today, and this is all the things that I learned today in my journey. I'm about to get up and just, finish my journey of where I was at. But anywho, the other thing that I learned in my journey here is that I got to get people to respect me. And the only way that I can get people to respect me is I have to set a certain boundary. I can't be, because if you give them a couple of inches, they take a couple yards more. They do. Fabulous said it the best. Take a couple of inches to take a couple of yards more. He is so right. People do that. If you're kind to them, you always saying yes, and you come to their every need and stuff like that, they feel like they can overuse you. They feel like they can overuse you. They feel like they can say anything to you is because you're closer. You ever wonder why your friends and your family are the ones that hit the hardest? Like when you talking to a total stranger, you do what you gotta do, you say what you gotta say with that total stranger, and then you move on. There ain't no disrespect, there ain't nothing. And even if you did was to see them the next day, right? And you work with them, you have respect because you understand their boundaries. They already said it, sometimes without even saying it. Sometimes if, like, they'll hit it in the butt. Hey, dude, like, yo, I don't like you talking to me like that, or some shit like that. So, I don't know, nigga, like, what's up? So, I mean, you gotta be able to set boundaries. Without the boundaries, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna always feel enticed to keep walking over you every step that they go. And then as soon as you say no, that's when all the drama kick in. Because they be just wondering why. And then they be like, but why? You've been saying yes all this time, all night. And then now you say no, and it starts an argument. Right now you retaliating, you're being insubordinate and all this other kind of stuff. You're being the one that don't care about them. They'll gaslight you and to make you believe that you're selfish or you're lazy. They'll call you every name in the book to make you feel down about you just saying no and you setting boundaries. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries, but again, you have to nip that shit in the butt in the beginning before it even starts. You just gotta check yourself. You gotta check yourself. You gotta set boundaries on yourself. And the only way to set a certain boundary is to have higher standards. You have to have certain higher standards for yourself. So when you out there dating and you with a woman, right? And if she's not on the same program like you are, I'm talking to you. If she's not on the same page as you, you got it nit in the butt. You can't be letting, oh man, don't even worry about it, trying to be the nice guy, because everybody is struggling because they want that individual to like them because you like them, right? So it's kind of like a give and take. You give, and then they take it, and then you're supposed to receive that same or reciprocate. You expect them to reciprocate that same energy back to you, and 9 out of 10, it just don't happen because you're being way too freaking nice, and they just look at you. They may not say it, but it shows in their actions that they look at you as a weakness. When you be calling them and you be hitting them up and all that other kind of shit and texting them, hey boo, hey babe, how you doing? And they don't give you that same energy back, you doing it wrong, fam. You doing it wrong. They supposed to be head over heels in love with you, just like you head over heels, or you just like them as equal. But it ain't equal in most cases, and that's why most relationships fall apart, because one be doing more than the other. It's supposed to be evil. It's supposed to be even. But yeah, another thing that I wanted to talk about besides that shit is what I learned is that, man, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you in this world. They may say, they may listen to your story and they be like, oh yeah, that's messed up, yo. They'll pray for you. But in all, they got their life to live. They not worried about you. They looking at you like, well, you gotta take care of yourself. You're a grown man. You're a grown adult. You're a grown woman. There's nothing I can really do. I can try to give you somewhat of a helping hand or some advice. But other than that, man, they ain't gonna do the work for you. You gotta do all the work for you. And sometimes, if you gotta really grind it out, if you can't get no fucking sleep, if you can only rest for 3 hours of the day, because I was exhausted. Look, I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I've been working my ass off so hard that I couldn't even film. I just had to keep moving. I had other stuff on my plate. I ain't have time to be sitting here pulling out the camera, filming myself just to upload it so I can tell you my story. I ain't have that time, bro. And I'm sorry it had to be that way, because I really want to, gravitate towards my audience or whoever is watching this content. And, I want you to get something out of it, even if it's the slightest of something. You got something out of it. Like, like I told y'all before, like, damn, I'm going through the same shit that he going through. It's hard. It's hard out here in these streets, man. It's hard. It's never easy. God ain't making it easy for us. And I really think that it's hard because I'm trying to get to a better place. I'm trying to change the way that I'm doing stuff. I love it out here, but I don't want to live out here. I don't want to be outside. Everybody get to kick their feet up on their couch, lay in their big ass fucking bed, and and rejuvenate, and have a better day for tomorrow. Me, I gotta be subjected to getting out of here and putting the pieces back together. It all started when I was just living in my car in Tampa, Florida, and then I thought I had a place and everything was working out, and then Hurricane Milton came along and destroyed my shit. I couldn't even film it. It was so devastating. I couldn't even, come to a glimpse of putting out my camera and actually filming it. I only got past to the hotel in the beginning of the storm. I believe it was around like 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was just rain was just hitting the windows like somebody was throwing pennies at it. That's what it sounded like. It looked like somebody just threw a shitload of change. A shitload of change out there. Yo, that shit's dope. That Lexus just passed through. But yeah, it was devastating. It was flooded. Then my car was destroyed. It's a bunch of bullshit. And I be thinking to myself, yo, why me? Why am I subjected? Maybe God got better plans, so he had to just like wipe the slate clean. Like, yo, I got something better for you. Because every time I got something taken away from me and I had to work my ass off to get it back, I got it way better than before. My TV was better. My PlayStation was better. My crib was better. But I thought that's where it ends, and then I was going to go up from there. So now, there's this animal in me that just want to work, like, and I can't make no excuses, and honorably to myself, the things that I've been going through with my health, as far as like, polycystic kidney disease. Yes, I got polycystic kidney disease. The cat is out of the bag. But I've been struggling with that for over 20 years, right? So it's just been work and dealing with that shit. And I couldn't tell women the women that I was dating until after the fact, where I felt comfortable, because I didn't want to lay it all on their lap like that. I thought it was unfair. I just wanted to kind of give myself a chance. But I do have that, and people look at me and I tell them, they're like, yo, it don't look like you. It look like you perfectly normal. Ain't nothing wrong with you, because I take care of myself. I'm never slowing down. And I think it's God's will in me that's just like this spirit animal that's making me grind hard. Sometimes, dude, I swear, I be wanting to give up, but then I think about my daughters. I think about where I want to be in life, and I'm aiming for it, and I'm not going to give up until I get there. If I'm 51 and I'm still not get there, if I'm 55 and I'm still not there, I'm still going to keep doing it. As long as I know I'm slowing down, I know my bones ain't flexing and bending the same, but we going to get it there. My health is number one. I'm going to continue to take care of myself. I'm going to continue to keep running it up. I'm going to continue to keep looking good. You know, women be like, "Oh, you cute." Yeah, I know, I'm cute. But it's more than that, than just a pretty face. Like, I'm intelligent, very intelligent. I know how to articulate myself for the most part. The more that I film myself, I stop saying a lot. And I'm getting better with time. You'll see. I can't wait until, you guys support me and I'll be able to take this to another level. When YouTube start paying me, you know what I'm saying? And we could just run up a bag. I want to get there because I want to talk about some real stuff. Like you think I'll be talking about stuff, but man, I got peoples that, man, we be having some conversations that's for the books, for real. Like, and I want to network with people. I see people on YouTube currently that's doing it big, that I want to get to a certain space where I can be able to be on the same playing field where I can network with them and we can talk about stuff. But man, oh man, it's coming. So drop a like, share this content for whatever I said in the beginning, not the other bullshit. I ain't gonna cut nothing out. Everything that I'm doing is raw. So there ain't no edits and none of that stuff. And just share it, man. And we, I enjoy reading the comments and enjoy kicking it with y'all. So like, subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this. I'm always open to constructive criticism of how I can do better. I always aim to do better. I always aim to please. And we out of here, man. Have a good morning, good night, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.